So let me share this message with you. As you prepare to start a new chapter of your life, being college and career ready, remember to surround yourself with dreamers and the doers, the thinkers and the believers. But most of all, surround yourself with those who see greatness in you, even when you don't see it in yourself. To the class of 2017, we see greatness in you. Best of luck and congratulations. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the parents, family, friends, faculty, distinguished guests, and my classmates in the class of 2017. It's most definitely a pleasure to be here today among so many beautiful faces. We've gathered to celebrate the commencement of a group of gifted students, all of whom have worked vigorously towards moving on to the next chapter of their lives. To my fellow classmates, I would like to leave a few inspirational words of advice. We're now being stared in the face by life, and life has the potential to overpower us. So make sure that every day that you wake up, if nothing else, take chances. Wayne Gretzky, hockey legend, once said, "You're gonna miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So why would you stop shooting?" If you want to go above and beyond, you have to face new challenges and take risks each and every day. Most people are so afraid of failing that they forget to try. Most people fail to realize that we all have the potential to be great, but only the people who aren't afraid to step outside of their comfort zones are the ones who reach prosperity. Success isn't handed out to people at random. It's worked for. Martin Luther King Jr. became one of the greatest civil rights advocates of all time because he took chances. He could have easily said that his work was too risky, and no one would have blamed him. Barack Obama became our nation's first African-American president because he took chances. He could have easily said that he wasn't going to run because no other African-American male had ever led the Oval Office before, and no one would have blamed him. However, neither of these men were comfortable with sitting by and letting things stay the way that they were. They weren't the only people that felt the way that they did, but they decided to challenge themselves. And that made them two of the greatest men to ever walk this earth. I challenge everyone attending today to challenge yourselves. And most importantly, the class of 2017, at least once every day that you leave your bedroom. Don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid of being the same person that you were yesterday. Every mistake has a lesson in it, and those lessons help you to grow. Growth is the process of continual change and constant development. Even after our bodies stop growing, we should still be trying to grow mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Will Rogers once said, "Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there." Whether we're walking through those university dorms next year, or joining the military, or heading into the workforce to begin our careers immediately, we should always be willing to keep learning. We should be learning new things about the world and also about ourselves. We should build our characters and become better citizens in society. We should build our personalities and become better friends to our loved ones. We should never feel like we've done enough to be satisfied because we should always be growing. And most importantly, when it's all said and done, we should give back. We should give back to our friends, our families, our communities, and our schools. Everyone that will walk across the stage today has worked extremely hard to make it this far. But that doesn't mean that they've done it on their own. John Marshall High School is not only a stop on our way to our futures and our careers, it is now a part of our shared history. The teachers, administration, counselors, security, the lunch ladies, and custodians have all watched us grow. They've molded us into men and women. Every day we walked into John Marshall, we saw faces that cared about us and wanted to see us succeed. We met all of the family members that we weren't born with. And even though the personnel may change in the future, I know I will never forget the effect that those hallways have had on my life and the lives of my peers. We are all headed on different paths after we leave, but I want to challenge the entire class of 2017 to thank everyone who helped you on this journey and give back to them. Thank your mothers and fathers, your grandparents and cousins, your aunts and uncles, your teachers and your counselors. Thank everybody who pushed you and give back to them. Give back to the community that raised you. Come back and tell your story. Mentor some of the youth. Be a role model for the next generation to follow. I want to thank all of you for making these past 4 years unforgettable. And in the words of Trey Parker, saying goodbye doesn't mean anything. It's the time that we spend together that matters, not how we left it. Congratulations, class of 2017. Thank you.
Good afternoon. On behalf of Portia James, Ms. Nichelle Ford, and the Student Support Services Department, we would like to congratulate each of you on a job well done. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your school counselors. Commencement is defined as a beginning. We look forward to each of you doing great things after graduation. Many of you have plans to attend a 4-year or 2-year university, while some have enlisted into the military. Others will attend technical school or enter the workforce. Much success to each of you in your future endeavors. The class of 2017 has raised approximately $2,027,000 in scholarship and grants. Before announcing the top 10, I would like to recognize 2 students in the top of the class who could not be ranked because of the transfer policy. Please remain standing until all names have been called. With a 3.84 GPA, attending Virginia Commonwealth University, Glory Keyser. With a GPA of 4.32, which is actually the highest in the class, attending Old Dominion University, L. Anderson. Ranked number 10 with a GPA of 3.73, attending Old Dominion University, Akayla Anderson. Ranked number 9 with a GPA of 3.78, attending Old Dominion University, Floyd Robinson. Ranked number 8 with a GPA of 3.82, attending Virginia State University, India Johnson. Ranked number 7 with a GPA of 3.86, attending Virginia State University, Rhonda Cummins. Ranked number 6 with a GPA of 3.86, she's undecided, but Roz Williams. Ranked number 5 with a GPA of 3.86, attending Virginia State University, India Burrell. Ranked number 4 with a GPA of 4.16, attending James Madison University, Donovan Walls. Ranked number 3 with a GPA of 4.18, attending Old Dominion University, Charlene Velasquez. Salutatorian with a GPA of 4.19, attending James Madison University, Gregory Jones. Valedictorian with a GPA of 4.23, attending Virginia State University, Tyrell Mayo. Thank you. You may be seated. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and love more than you know. Congratulations to the entire class of 2017.
can, yes, I can. For every ending, there's a new beginning. For every memory, there lies a dream ahead. So dream your dreams and never let them die. You can make them all come true if you just try. So just dream. Embark on this journey. There's nothing to fear. You can pass every test and battle if you just stand it. So then hold your head up high and reach for the stars. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's nothing stopping you now. So just dream. Oh, become who I'm meant to be. Become who I'm meant to be. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Spread my wings and become.
Good afternoon. It is my great pleasure to introduce this afternoon's commencement speaker, our very own Miss Portia James. Miss James was born in Richmond. Her parents were the late Dr. and Mrs. Alex B. James. She had one brother, the late Alvin B. James. Mrs. James is a product of Richmond Public Schools. She attended A.V. Narrow Elementary and Chandler Middle Schools. She began her high school career at John Marshall in the fall of 1968. In 1970, the desegregation of schools began. She gave up her fight to remain to John Marshall when Richmond Public Schools transferred her mother, Sue James, and her aunt, Dr. Laverne Spurlock, to the guidance department at John Marshall. She happily joined half her classmates at Thomas Jefferson and graduated in 1972. She continued her education at Virginia Union University, where she studied biology for 2.5 years, but changed her major to psychology and earned a bachelor's degree in 1977. After graduation, she worked in the corporate world, Richmond Newspapers Incorporated, VEPCO, which is now Dominion Energy, and IBM Corporation. She left IBM in Baltimore, Maryland to return to Virginia. She worked with the Marriott Corporation until she began graduate school at Virginia State University. There, her practicum in higher education turned into a part-time counseling position. She earned her Master's of Education degree in May of 1992. Seeking a permanent position to counseling, she joined the counseling staff at John Marshall on August 1st, 1992. An interesting fact, the office she first occupied was her mother's, and the office she occupies now is her aunt's. Unfortunately, Ms. James lost her husband, Colby M. Stubbs, and her father, Dr. Alex B. James, in September 2015, within 2 days of each other. Ms. James will tell you that if it wasn't for the support of her students that encouraged her to come back, she would not be here. She is approaching the end of her 25th year at John Marshall. On June 30th, Ms. James will begin her new journey, retirement. I am honored to introduce Ms. Portia James.
Dr. Bedden, members of the school board, Dr. Royal, colleagues, thank you for this opportunity and honor to speak directly to the class of 2017. Class of 2017, congratulations for this wonderful achievement, commencement, a new beginning. For the past 4 years, you've been working for this day. This year, your senior year, you worked diligently towards making your plans become a reality. Now, you and I know that it wasn't always a perfect path to this day. When there were roadblocks, you had help. School administrators, teachers, the Student Support Services staff, this staff, your counselors, Ms. Battle, Ms. Ford, previously Ms. Johnson, and myself, with Ms. Jackson-Jones, Ms. Lewis, and Ms. Winston. We were there every step of the way. When life was good, we laughed with you, and we praised you when you were successful and met those challenges. We cried with you when life brought sadness and tragedies, and worked with you to teach you skills to handle these challenges. And we taught you how to make good decisions. Sometimes we had to say no when it was in your best interest, and sometimes we pushed you to do better, knowing that you could. And here you are. Counselors at JM take pride in the accomplishments of students on their caseload because they know best what their students have done and can do. Your counselors worked as a team. If you needed help, you knew you could go to any one of us and help would be provided. We shared you because we knew it would take all of us to get you to this point. I must, however, admit with pride that the valedictorian, Tyrell, and the salutatorian, Gregory, are on my caseload. This year, we sent you to Ms. Everett in the Future Center to complete college and scholarship applications. We saw what you did. We said, job well done, but do more. And you did. We literally hounded you to do your online financial aid with Ms. McQueen and to work with Mr. Kirkland, the career coach, if you were still unsure about your plans. You did all that we asked, and here you are. I'm also proud of you as a class of what you have accomplished. 65 are moving on to a 2-year or 4-year school. 2 are going into the armed forces, and the rest have secured enrollment in technical schools or have secured employment. So what's next as you and I set forth on a new journey? There are things that we must do to keep moving forward. First, set your goals. Work diligently to achieve them. If a roadblock comes, find another path. When you achieve your goals, set new goals. Wherever you find yourself, utilize your resources. Ask for help if you need it. Next, embrace challenges. Use the skills and tools you learned at John Marshall to turn them into successes. Persevere. You can do it. Embrace the fact that learning is a lifelong process. Learn all you can about all you can. Make every day a productive day, not just in school or work, but in every aspect of your life. Be a part of the community in which you reside. Remember, if you live in a community, you must be a part of that community. Give up your time, volunteer, help others. Develop and maintain positive and healthy relationships. Think before you act. Remember, your actions define your character. Your actions are evidence of who you are. Think before you speak. Words are powerful. Use them carefully and wisely. Use them to encourage and uplift others. Use them to speak out against injustices. Respect those around you, regardless of the situation in which you encounter them. This simple act can diffuse difficult situations. Showing respect can earn you respect. But most of all, respect yourself. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. We believe in you. To paraphrase a theme from Dr. Bedden and his leadership team, your future is full of limitless possibilities.
As we leave John Marshall together, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be a part of your journey. You have truly enriched my life. Congratulations.
Wow. Dr. Bedden, honorable members of the school board, platform guests, parents, guardians, friends of John Marshall, and last but not least, the class of 2017. We're at the portion of the program for which we have all been patiently waiting. I dare not stand between issuing of the diplomas and the class of 2017. So I promise to keep it short, as I know you're eager to get the diplomas and begin celebrating your graduation with your family and friends. But I would like to take a moment to express my sincere appreciation to the parents, the guardians, and the family and friends of 2017. Would the family, friends, guardians of class of 2017 please stand? On behalf of the administration, the staff of John Marshall High School, we would like to thank the families, friends, and community of John Marshall High School for entrusting your child to us. We have sought to provide the class of 2017 with the skills needed to be successful in the 21st century. Class of 2017, will you please join me in thanking your friends, family, and your community for supporting you the last 13 years. Please be seated. To the class of 2017, I know you're eager to receive the diplomas for which you've worked so hard and to share with your family and friends. Over the last 4 years, you have worked and studied, you have practiced, and you have played, and you have grown mentally, physically, and spiritually. You are now ready to begin a new chapter in your life as adults and members of the world. As you reflect back on your freshman year, think of your freshman picture as opposed to your senior picture. As you have grown and matured, you have accomplished so much over the years. You have overcome challenges and obstacles in your lives, but you never gave up. You were resilient and you persevered. As your principal, I want you to know that it has been an honor and a pleasure to work with you. You have grown into a group of fine young adults, and I have no doubt you're ready to go off and conquer the world. To our parents, again, thank you for your dedication and your commitment. We've had some bumps in the road, but we're here. To the class of 2017, please do not allow a day to pass without thanking those who have supported you in your journey. Please remember the teachers, coaches, and the other staff who have challenged you to think, analyze, and devise new ways of thinking to gain new knowledge, to grow academically so that you are equipped and prepared to reach new heights. Muhammad Ali, the former world boxing champion, said, "Impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in a world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it." Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration, it's a dare. Impossible is potential. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing. You are ready, you are respectful, and you are John Marshall graduates. Today, I challenge each graduate to accomplish the impossible. As the song said, I dare you to dream, spread your wings, and change the world. I'd like the class of 2017 to stand, please. Dr. Baden, as principal of John Marshall High School, I certify that the class of 2017 has met the requirements for graduation as mandated by the State Board of Education of the Commonwealth of Virginia and the School Board of the City of Richmond.
Good afternoon. To the class of 2017, on behalf of the Richmond Public Schools Administration, we extend our congratulations to you. To the school board representatives here in attendance, based on the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia, Virginia Department of Education, as the superintendent of schools of the Richmond Public Schools, and the certification provided by the principal of John Marshall High School, I present to you the John Marshall High School class of 2017. As prepared to receive their diplomas and become graduates of John Marshall High School.
As we proceed through the program, again, parents, family, guests, and the class of 2017, we ask for your cooperation. Please refrain from whistling, name calling, and loud outbursts. Attention should be given to our graduates, not the audience. Every parent deserves to hear his or her child's name. Please help us make sure that this becomes a reality. Just as you've supported John Marshall High School through the years, we're sure we can count on you during this graduation.
Ronasia Albert. Javon Alston. Akayla Anderson. Dantice Anderson. L. Anderson. Rita Anderson. Maxine Barbour. Daquan Battle. Simeon Bex. Saquon Blakely. Marcus Blunt. Stevanye Booker. Lastasia Branch. Erica Bratton. Beyonce Brown. Jakira Brown. Farah Brown. Tatiana Brown. Tiaja Brown. Xavier Brown. Diamond Burns. India Burrell. Alexis Bussey. Katrina Bynum. Kara Caraway. Asia Carroll. Charles Carter. James Clay. Carlos Clinton. Rejoice Cropper. Ernest Crump. Rhonda Cummings. Jakayla Curry. Carlisha Daniels. Carissa Daniels. Deshawn DeBose. Tylissa Dunaway. Tanavia Durham. Ralph Fagans. Calvin Fairley. Sierra Faulkner. Lee Chandra Fleming. Keon Fortune. Tishara Folks. Artasia Friend. Walter Fry. Alonzo Gibson Murphy. Zaire Gittins. Sion Glaspie. Vivian Green. Andre Hayden. Monte Harrell. Xavier Harris. Sharday Harvey. Makira Harvin. Dyshawn Hembrick. Jasmine Hendricks. Ron Holder. Malik Hope. Demaya Hudson. Kwame Jackson. Tamia Jackson. Deasia Jefferson. Trayvon Jenkins. Naomi Jenkins. Kiera Jeter. Drayon Johnson. Jasmine Johnson. India Johnson. Gregory Jones. Jaquel Jones. Damon Kenny. Glory Kiza. Jamaica Langley. Taekwon Lee. Unique Lyons. Omar Manzoor. Joseph Marrero. Peter Marrero. Davion Marshall. Donald Massey. Tyrell Mayo. Chandria McKenzie. Alasia McKinley. Lisa Melvin. Jessica Mills. Armani Mins. Shante Mitchell. Damon Moon. Kiran Noble. Larisha Oliver. Amina Humand. Dejan Parker. Heather Perez. Ariane Phillips Robinson. Kadeja Pryor. Terrell Rawls. Tariq Roan. Joshua Richardson. Floyd Robinson. Malik Robinson. Stanley Robinson. Marika Rollins. Jeanette Ruffin. Giselle Sanchez Malpica. Danisha Saunders. Dwayne Saunders. Deashante Scott. Dwight C. Deja Simmons. Isaiah Simpson. Jonathan Somerville. Clintisha Spellbaker. Lamar Staggers. Christian Stevens. Keontae Stewart. Sade Stewart. London Tolles. Robert Towles. Aaron Turner. Charlene Velasquez. Keon Vincent. Calvin Walker. Donovan Walls. Brianna Waddy. Shayasia Watts. Destiny Welton. Rashad White. Montina Wilkins. Elijah Williams. Caleb Williams. Roz Williams. Sharnay Wilson. Jamari Wood. And Kwamel Wright. Hey.
Would all the graduates of the class of 2017 please stand? By the virtue of the authority vested in me as the principal of John Marshall High School, the laws of the Commonwealth of Virginia, the governing regulations and policies of the Virginia Department of Education and the Richmond City School Board, I hereby confirm that the seniors of the class of 2017, whose names have been presented, are now graduates of John Marshall High School. Class of 2017, please move your tassel from the right to the left. You're now transitioning from student to graduate. Please, everyone, stand and join in singing of our alma mater, and then please remain standing for the recessional. Congratulations, graduates.